and welcome to Disco, Discernment Conversations, Dancing with the Questions of Life. I'm Sister Lorraine Réaume. I'm the Formation Director for the Dominican Sisters of Adrian.
And I'm Sister Sara Fairbanks, and I'm the Vocation Director. So Lorraine, today we're going to talk about what is involved in applying to a congregation. Mm-hmm. And, people like to know this even before they've decided whether they're even going to join a religious community.
Mm-hmm. It seems to be a question they have a lot. And sometimes it helps to realize that you don't have to have it all figured out before you come. Actually, we look at the time from application to final vows as a time of ongoing discernment. So you get all those years to figure out, is this the place God is calling me to be?
Okay, so the first phase is application. And we start out by having an interview with the vocation director, and then from there, the applicant fills out an application and does an autobiography. They also get letters of recommendation, and then they take a physical and psychological health assessment, come to the mother house and do an interview with an admissions board, and then the general council makes the decision.
And if the decision is yes, and the general council says we accept this person, and the person continues to feel called, then you come as a candidate. Some communities call this a postulant, same thing. And it's really a chance to get to know the congregation much more deeply. Some communities have the person do it from a distance, but others like us have you live in. So you actually live in to experience and really come to know the congregation personally. Study the history, study the documents, come to know it better, live in community with a number of sisters, get to know that local community and the larger community of sisters. Pray together with them. We talk about prayer, we have study usually, community, and ministry. There's usually some type of ministry that also can help you get to know the congregation. So it really is a time of coming to know the group better to see, is this the right fit for me?
Right. And then if you decide to go forward, then you become a novice. And this is for 2 years. And this is the first time you use sister before your name. So the first year in the novitiate is the canonical novitiate. It's really regulated by canon law. And we have a inter-Dominican novitiate, and the people really work at developing their spirituality, going deeper with that, living together in community, having some study, getting into the vows. And then the second year is a year of study for many, or it could be a year of apostolic service, living in community, of course.
And once those 2 years come to completion and you decide, you can apply and ask to make your first profession of vows. And that means you become a member of the congregation. So not only are you sister, but you use the initials after your name. You've seen most religious have initials. And for Dominicans, it's OP, which stands for Order of Preachers. And as a member, you live the life fully. You have the same budgeting, the same ministry requirements, the same superior. You have all the ways that we live the life so that you can really fully live it. The only difference is you haven't quite decided that this is for life. The vows are temporary at this point. And so if they run out and you don't renew, then you say, this isn't my path. I've chosen not to renew. Or you might say, I'm living this. This is the right life for me. I want to do this forever, which takes you to the last step.
To final vows, which you make your commitment to God and the congregation for life. And we have a big party and celebration, and it's really the completion of a long journey of discernment.
And that really is the blessing for religious life. You get a long time to figure it out. For me, that was really helpful. Everyone's a little different. For me, it really helped to go step by step. And each time, I only knew that I could make the next step. I didn't know I could go all the way to final vows until it was the time for finals. And then I was deeply at peace with making that final commitment.
But for me, it was a little different because I had 8 years prior to coming to really discern about religious life. I had been part of a lay community for 3 years. So when I chose to enter as a candidate, I knew that this was the right choice for me. And I certainly benefited from the formation program, but I never doubted my choice to enter religious life.
So the nice thing is that there's a path for everyone, and that the discernment process helps all of us grow deeper into our commitment to who God calls us to be.
Right, and so we hope everybody will find that. And so we end with our blessing. May God Creator bless you.
May God Redeemer heal you.
And may God the Holy Spirit
fill you with light.